You never quite know how your day's going to go out on the water. Some days everything will be fine, and other days, well, it's just not going to go your way, kind of like this crew's finding out right here, and just like some of the other things we'll witness in this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. This incident right here happened over in Germany just this past week when an inland cargo ship, Tor Elbe, wound up colliding with the tanker Daniel Damon, seen in the images here. Now, fortunately in this situation, both vessels involved in the collision suffered only minor surface damage and no injuries were reported. At this time, though, an investigation has been launched to try and determine the cause of the incident. At this time, it's unsure if weather played a factor, human error, or possible mechanical failure may have contributed to the incident. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to North Miami Beach, where this was the scene just about a week ago, where an FWC report claims that one operator and 7 passengers on board a boat were traveling near Mall Lake when all of a sudden it wound up striking another boat in the canal that was docked. Cell phone and surveillance footage shows the boat crashing into the other vessel and launching into the air and eventually flipping over and sending several people into the water. Fortunately, in this situation, Good Samaritans wound up witnessing it that were staying in the building that the dock is attached to, and another vessel also witnessed the situation, and everybody jumped in to pull the passengers from the flipped over boat onto the docks and onto the other vessels seen in the images here. Emergency services was contacted immediately and quickly arrived to the scene, as well as ambulance. A few people from the flipped over vessel were transported to the hospital, but nobody was believed to have suffered any life-threatening injuries. FWC is launching an investigation to see exactly what happened. Here, it's not 100% sure if it's captain error or mechanical failure, but for some reason, it appears in this no-wake channel, captain wound up either bumping into the throttle or perhaps somebody fell into the throttle, sending the vessel launching into the boat we see in the images. Will be interesting to see the final investigation on exactly what happened. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Lake Havasaw, where this was the scene just about a week ago at the Desert Storm races. Here you're going to see a catamaran that was participating in the race as it accelerated to upwards of 200 miles per hour when all of a sudden air got under the tunnel, sending it flying into the air as we just seen. Fortunately, in this situation, somehow miraculously, both the pilot and the throttle man wound up surviving this incident with really what would be minor injuries considering the pace at which this incident took place at. Here you can see the final damage to the boat as crews are beginning to pull it out. Really is just amazing to think at 200 miles an hour that both people wound up surviving this, and even the boat, while it has fiberglass and some other damage, really doesn't look that bad for the kind of impact that it took. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us back over to Miami, where this was the scene just this past weekend when a 65-foot motor yacht Lamborghini designed wound up sinking near Miami Beach this past weekend with over 30 people on board.
A passenger vessel between Monterey and Star Island with 32 souls on board. Go ahead and start Fireboat 21 as well.
The Technomoor Lamborghini 63 named TNT went down in shallow water near Monument Island late in the afternoon with over 30 social media influencers on board the vessel at the time of the incident. Fortunately, in this situation, all passengers and crew were safely removed from the vessel as there was many Good Samaritan boats in the area and several rescue vessels were able to quickly respond. At the time of the incident, this vessel was actually listed for sale on Yacht World's website for $4.7 million. The ironic part, according to that listing, the maximum capacity of the vessel is 12 people. With 32 people on board, that would put them 20 people over the listed capacity according to the yacht brokerage listing for this boat. Now, I do realize this boat was probably yacht certified, meaning there might not have been an actual physical number of people listed on the label on the boat that were allowed on board, but I'm curious with this many people and camera gear on board if the boat wasn't overweight. FWC has launched an investigation to try and determine the cause of the incident, and since the boat has been refloated and moved back to a dock. Our next story to make the boating news this week is actually going to take us over to Australia, and it only turned into boating news because the person who's driving the Jeep decided to do so. Here we can see a guy driving a Jeep on a dock in Australia, and of course law enforcement's on the scene as they were trying to find this guy after an auto accident that occurred earlier in the day. Well, this guy decided he might as well continue with the auto accidents and drive the Jeep straight off the dock and into the water. Fortunately, in this situation, there were no injuries reported, and of course, law enforcement was on the scene at the time of the incident, so they were able to immediately take the man into custody. Which is still a wild scene to watch. I'm not sure what they did with the Jeep. Hopefully they fished that out as well. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Turkey, where this was the scene just a couple of weeks back, when a fire broke out on a motor yacht in the Karagözler Marine area in Turkey's Fethiye district, a popular tourist destination on the west coast of Turkey. Here we can see the blaze breaking out on one of the motor yachts, and it wound up spreading to 3 other yachts during the incident. Local firefighting teams from Fethiye were the first to arrive on the scene, but quickly determined they could not control the incident on their own, and multiple other firefighting vessels from various regions and districts in the area arrived on the scene in an effort to try and control the blaze. Unfortunately, they were not making a lot of headway. The Coast Guard did eventually arrive on the scene as well, and opted that the best plan would be to hook up to the 4 yachts that were on fire and pull them out of the marina and out to open sea, where they had more room to work in efforts to try and cool the blaze and cool the vessels down, as you can see in the images here as they're pulling the boats out of the marina. According to initial reports, it is not known at this time what exactly caused the fire. It is believed, however, that one of the yachts possibly had some sort of electrical malfunction, causing an electrical fire to start on the yacht, and then with the heavy winds in the marina, spreading the fire to the other 3 boats. Fortunately, in this situation, no major injuries were reported, which is an amazing situation considering it was 4 yachts that were involved, which means all 4 likely had some sort of crew on board at the time of the incident. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Australia, where this was the scene this past week, when crews were getting ready for the Southport yacht race, when all of a sudden this was the scene just offshore as the race was about to begin. Here we can see a fisherman's tinny spinning circles approximately 2 miles off the coast. Unfortunately for this fisherman, he was ejected from the vessel and was not wearing his safety kill switch lanyard, which allowed the boat to continue to spin out of control, as we can see in the images here. Fortunately for this boater, the Southport yacht race had just started, which means 25 boats were in the area. Fortunately for this boater, the Southport Yacht Club, whenever they do their races, has multiple support vessels out there to help ensure the safety of their sailing teams while out on the water. Well, today they got a little different call, as those teams were then sent to go assist this boater and get him pulled out of the water and work on getting this vessel safely stopped. Very fortunate situation. If you go overboard, especially several miles offshore, the likelihood of you being spotted is pretty slim. He actually got lucky that the boat kept circling around him and these crews were able to find him and pull him out of the water safely. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit us up at Broncos Guru on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button.